Now you've seen in a short sequence 200 pictures of products of the biggest brands which came out the last year 2012 around the world. And how many do you think have a really big impact in what we are doing and really big influence in what it will have for our life in the future? Honestly, I think not more than 5 or 10%. I'm Lukas Bürger. I'm an industrial designer. I come from Carinthia, from Austria, so it's not far from here. And with the age of 15, I started with my education for industrial designer. At that time, I didn't have the idea what is a designer about, so I didn't have no plan what is design. I just knew, okay, design is something with styling, creating things, and that's so on. So I didn't have that big dream. My dream was just about creating products, developing innovations, and bring it to the people. So at 2010, I graduated on the Kingston University in London with my MA for product design. And after the graduation, I realized there is something wrong with today when you say, okay, I'm a designer. The word designer is today irrationally and inflationary, because today you can do a 2-hour Photoshop lecture, and after 2 hours you are able to put effects by layers on the picture, and the picture looks great. And are you now a designer? The designer is more, it's a small step after the innovation. So, I mean, the designer is doing, the designer is more at the beginning of the idea. So the styling is just a language for, what to communicate the product to the customers. And today the designer is creating weapons for the marketing. That means a product has a life cycle of 1 year to half a year until the next facelift is coming. So that means the big brands, they need the designers to develop new products for that all of you have to buy it. But the most of the people can't recognize why I have to buy it. It's just because it's in a newspaper, it's a new iPhone, it's better than the older one, and so on. And the companies, they are pushing themselves, and the process of designing is inflationary. And for me today, design is an emotional fake. I buy something, for me, when I feel bad, then I feel good. So there's nothing about the reason to develop new things. So for me, the designer, architects, engineers, and so on, are the tool makers for the evolution. But as a designer, you have the assignment to communicate the process and make the interaction between the different compartments which are integrated in the development process of a new prototype or product happen. And at least the designer has the job to make a design for the new product, but it's the last step of the design process. The solution today is, for us, the designer should find the way back to the evolution, to understanding design. Design is related to culture and the structures, and not about this styling for the next session. And sometimes the designer have the job to prepare an innovation in many pre-products to the consumer. For example, the interaction by a smartphone. The idea of the iPad is 20 years old, but 2 years ago, the people are right for this kind of technology. And the designers have to know this, because they have to put pre-products to teach all of us how to handle this new technology. And that's it. That is what I'm talking about, design. And today we carry products around the world, from China, the screws, all single parts for our products. And when I go in the supermarket, I say strawberries in winter and all these fake biological brands, and that really worries me. And I think not many people scrutinize a product when it comes on the market from a big brand. It's amazing it's made by Audi, or it's amazing it's made by Apple, but not many of us are really thinking about, is this product really good for our evolution or not? And I think the solution is, what I believe, the solution is in our smart economy systems. That means smart economy systems are just more flexible. They can changing their innovations really fast than big brands, and it's so much easier to communicate the right values behind the product. So the products are more straight, they are more honest, they are more sustainable. And the solution for us in the future is, with our communication, to set up on the right places, right new economy systems like Rincon Valley, for example, or in each other location. And for me as a designer, it's the important thing when I set up a new product to produce it in my network, where I exactly know where the material for all parts coming from, where I know who stands behind what of the process of building something. So it makes something so much bigger than when you're doing something just for a concern. I did jobs for concerns, big concerns. The cars are driving around, and it's nothing really what makes me happy. It's a bit more like crying. So I think when you're going as a designer to the people in your country, in your region, and you understand what kind of innovations there are, and it's just to grab them and bring them on a market, it gives you much more than doing big projects for a car company or something. And for me, 3D printing, in outside there's our 3D printer, and the 3D printers will have a massive impact in our smart economy systems. That means soon we will be able to print our products by self at home, and just that what we need, and not that what we have to produce for the stock and no one will buy it, and it's after the product is in 2 years waste, because the new facelift of a new iPhone is out now and no one will buy an old iPhone, so all want to have the new one. So 3D printing, I think, is something really important for our smart economy systems. And in the case of Austria, we can produce the filament, called the printing material, by bioplastics made out of wood, and that makes it really sustainable. And I see there a 100% process of cradle to cradle. And yeah, now I hope I could give you a small insight of the thinking, what is a designer, and our way in the future, and therefore we set up our company sign. It's the white sign. It's a visible sign for all new energy and new products. Thank you.